Good evening, welcome to the Professor Maima Show. Hope you are doing well wherever watching me from around the world. Please subscribe, share and like this video. So before I begin, I want you who's watching me to repeat these words after me. You who's watching me to repeat these words after me. Please repeat them. I am great. I am wonderfully made. I'll be rich and successful. One more time again. I am great. I'm wonderfully made. I'll be rich and successful. Amen. So if you repeat those words after me, you'll have a successful life and you'll be rich and prosperous. So now, here in Kenya, there's something that is going on that is really, how do we say, people are really suffering in terms of unemployment, isn't it? There's a big problem of unemployment here in Kenya, and so many young men and women don't have jobs. First of all, they are graduates. Second of all, they have basic education that is up to grade 12. This is Form 4, call here Form 4, under the 844. But now we have another new curriculum. I call it the password curriculum, which I'll keep quiet for today. And then there are those who are skilled. They have skill, let's say tailoring, maybe plumbing, maybe they know things like electrician. So in other words, they know many things, isn't it? And there are those who have not gone to school. Yes, they have not gone to school. So we have many people, unskilled people. So they have said graduates, skilled and skilled, people with the basic education, people with no basic education, on and on. So that's what I'm saying. Agriculture will save Kenya. Agriculture will save Kenya. And the reason I say this, Kenya, from the time of independence, young Gen Zs, Kenya has had several cash crops. You have read about them in your history and geography, and even us used to learn about them. So you find that these crops are supposed to earn Kenya big money, but they are not really earning Kenya anything. They are not earning Kenya a lot of money. That's what we are talking about. So I've listed some of these crops down, so you'll engage me so that we learn together. So we have coffee, which we grow. We have tea. Number one is coffee. Number one is tea. And this coffee, this Arabic, we used to learn about Arabic, I don't know what. So this coffee is exported outside, most of it exported raw, and then manufactured in those developed countries, and then imported back in Kenya. Now you can see the nonsense that we have. We grow a crop, we export it, it's made outside, and then they import it. Because Kenyans like foreign brands, because of that colonial mindset. Anything from outside is the best. Someone can buy a sofa set for even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Let's give a number of $10,000. Someone can buy a sofa set for $10,000, and then the same sofa set made here in Kenya, same material, even durability, he wants to buy it with maybe half of that, maybe even $3,000, 300,000. It has bought a sofa set from outside for $10,000. That's a million Kenya shillings, isn't it? Then you have tea. You have had the issues of tea. Tea here, the problem with tea, at young Gen Zs, at independence, Kenya was among the biggest tea exporters in the world. It earned Kenyans billions of Kenyan shillings, but because of cartels, mismanagement, politics, the sector is collapsed. In fact, I want to say it's collapsed. It's not even earning what it should be earning. It should be earning whatever you read in the newspaper or the government tells you. The tea should be earning times 3, because you should be doing value addition and export it around Africa and also internationally. So use it in Kenya, export it in Africa and worldwide. That will be something that will be earning Kenyans billions of dollars. That's what I'm talking about. And then let's talk about flowers. Now flower, this is another sad story. We We have these flowers that are grown here in Kenya, also in the Rift Valley, a place called Naivasha. So these things have become more of a slave sector. People are running peanuts, and the same flowers are exported abroad, packaged nicely, exported abroad, and sold for millions of Kenyan shillings. While the people working there are running nothing. So that's a sector that you cannot really change because it's in foreign hands. The story of Kenyan history, the colonialists, uh, their descendants are still controlling those lands. So change is a problem. So flowers, vegetables. Now vegetables, Kenya grows a lot of vegetables, but now the problem becomes this. We depend so much, it's it's called rain, it depends on rain-driven agriculture. Yes, rain-driven agriculture. So now if it doesn't rain, the vegetables, tomatoes, onions, what have you, can't do well. So we need to go into irrigation. If we're into irrigation, then that sector will change. But I'm not seeing irrigation, Kenya becoming irrigation or modernizing our agriculture sector in the near future. It will take time. Okay, so vegetables out now beef farming. So beef farming here, that's why I'm saying agriculture will save Kenya. So beef farming, what happens is that people are keeping cattle. You have the people from Masai land, you have people from those areas, they keep cattle. But them is more pastoralism. A pastoralist is a person who moves from one place to another with his cattle. It's their culture. Yes. But now, that culture can easily change if you tell these people, if you educate them in terms of the value of having ranches, the values of having industries to add value addition, and then everyone getting money, isn't it? That can be done. So this ranching, in fact, can be done across the country. Like now here, in Kenya, we have a lot of arable land that is just, how can I say, it's just idle because of low rainfall. So this is called what? Beef farming, where you keep mostly bulls and cows just for beef. Yes, just for beef. Talking majority, they just keep bulls just for beef. Can happen in Kenya, it can happen anywhere. And this is where now I'm telling agriculture will save Kenya. So just engage me. Imagine a scenario whereby you have big ranches, thousands of acres, and then you have bulls kept there. Then you have other people growing this. It's called what? This napier grass to feed the cattle. You have the police who are well paid, giving good security, because these are ranches controlled by government, so there will be good security. There will be drones to check on. Then you have slaughterhouses, well maintained, clean, big ones where people can work there. And then now, this processing of the meat. Once they slaughtered, this processing, this is an industry now, beef farming industry. And then after that, the skin, which becomes the hide, then becomes leather. We used to learn this in geography. It's processed so that it can be used in our local industry to make things like bags, can you say bags, leather bags, shoes. So now we're opening a new industry, a big industry whereby now, instead of having this butter, there's this company called Butter in Limuru. It has been there for ages from the time I was a young boy, but it's not doing well. So we say this, top of my head, let's say we choose a county, let's say in Kajiado County. We talk with the residents who have thousands of acres, they keep the cattle in ranches. They are well monitored with security. Then next to it, to build a big industry whereby they can be slaughterhouses. And then after that, there's a railway line. So that those cattle, the meat is put on the railway line to be all the way to the airport for export. Then, as it also passes, other materials are passing through, let's say, a county like Kiambu. We can talk of another county like Eastern Province counties, where now you have these big industries whereby people can be living around, whereby now they make the leather products, let's say shoes, let's say leather jackets, isn't it? And then after that, there's already a railway line passing through them. There's also big super highways passing through those counties from Kajiado to the Eastern province, something like that. Then we move on to, then you can also now retail, which can now employ very many young men and women to be selling those things. Then also branding. Our young men and women can come up with a brand that represents Kenya. So I was thinking, like, I don't know, if you have shoes made in Kenya, people can come up with a with a with a with a good brand, isn't it? That represents the Kenyan. It's called the Kenyan way of life. Like now we have this word called Harambe. Yes, you can have Harambe shoe line, the Harambe shoe line, or if not that one, you can have the Amani shoe line. But I think Harambe is good because Harambe is a Swahili name that means unity. When you have ceremonies here, people put money together to raise funds for charity and what have you, or work together. So those are just top of my head. So big farming will create jobs. Agriculture will save Kenya. Yes. Then you have this other one, poultry farming. That one is obvious. People can be, this can be on smaller scale and also medium scale and also large scale. So you have eggs, we have the chicken for local use, so that people are taught how to do farming at local level. Then you have big farms that just keep chicken for eggs, chicken for meat. And then you even have big farms where people can just be going to buy chicken. You have just a farm for chicken and a market for chicken only. You go there, buy chicken, and then you go and maybe to keep them or to eat. It depends on you. That one will create jobs. That's what I'm saying. Agriculture will save Kenya, isn't it? So now, and then we move on to, as a byproduct of beef farming, we have the leather industry. I've talked about the leather industry, how it can be done, value addition on the hides and skins, so that we produce shoes, leather jackets, bags, you name it, even jackets and all that. And then also cotton industry, which will give us the textile industry. We have counties here, like where I come from, Busia. They grow hundreds of acres of cotton, which is collected, put on a train. I'm imagining there's a train network going there or a super highway, brought into the town center in those counties, let's say even in Kisumu, and then they're made into textile. These clothes can be used locally and exported. And then we also have our own brands, marketing. Then also these malls that are trying to sell for us clothes that are imported, that not even the rich people in Kenya cannot even buy. Even if they buy, they just buy one suit for the whole year because they're too expensive. You find a suit going for, give or take $3,000, 300,000 Kenya shillings. That's one person's salary for the whole year. Imagine, who'll buy that? But if you have a suit made in Kenya going for, let's say, $200, 20,000 shillings, and well made, good material, people will buy. And this most will be full of customers every weekend, where people go there with their families to buy. Their customers, not people just going to take photos, but real customers who go to the malls, isn't it? So that's what I'm saying. If we look at these industries, agriculture will save Kenya. That's beef farming, poultry farming, leather industry, textile industry. Will create jobs for these young Gen Zs. And the offset of this is that all these country industries can earn Kenya over $500 billion per year. Yes, $5 billion per year. That's 500 billion Kenya shillings per year. All these industries put together, you earn $5 billion and above. So we can have things like, I don't know, free education from nursery to university, free medical care for everyone, good security, good roads, from this money, our own money, instead of going with bowls to beg the so-called Europeans, Americans, former colonial powers. Instead of going with begging bowls to beg our former colonial powers, we can have our own money from what our resources. And who knows, we start now having one Africa with our own military, with our own navy. People start giving us some respect. Yes. So that's what I'm saying, agriculture will save Kenya. So this is the Professor Maima Show. I want to pray for you who's watching me, that you have a long life, become rich and prosperous, not only you, your children, grandchildren, and all your generations. And all your dreams become reality. That job reality, that first land reality, that passport to travel outside the country reality, that big business reality, that dream to build a big flat reality, a big shopping complex reality, meeting a good man and a woman to start a family, and having many children reality. And I also pray for myself that I get big money for a technological university that can be used to manufacture products that can be used here in Kenya, Africa, and worldwide, train future entrepreneurs, provide jobs for these young Gen Zs, and earn me, Professor Maima, big money, and also big money for the Kenyan government. Those are my prayers. Amen. So if you have liked what I've said on our channel, you can support us on the mobile mpesa down there, so the channel keeps on moving. Mobile mpesa +254 769 729 327. I repeat again, mobile mpesa +254 769 729 327. And as I always say, gwaheri ya kuonana, gwaheri.